Live from the TFG Dallas studios in the Lone Star State. This is Late Night at TFG, featuring our star-studded panel of hosts. We have the lady of the house, Roza Mitchell, the resident funny man, Charles Moore II. And we have Lewin and Dwayne Martin. And finally, the host of Late Night at TFG, Lam Levity. Put your hands together and get ready for a heck of a show. Buckle up, mash the like button, subscribe if you haven't already. The show is beginning right now.
Hey, Shantae.
What's up, everybody?
Shantae?
What up? What up? What up? This is Late Night at TFG, and this is the Clubhouse. That's what we call ourselves, the Clubhouse.
Yeah, we're at the Clubhouse right now.
We're in the Clubhouse.
What's the name of our club?
We're gonna have to come up with that.
Yeah, we gotta come up with something.
Is it the Boom Boom Room or
The
Boom Boom Room. We're in the Boom Boom Room.
we in Club Boom Boom. That's what we are.
Thank y'all for joining us for another week of Late Night at TFG. Once you come in, sit down, pick your feet up, grab you a drink, grab you a smoke, whatever it is, whatever your taste is, and enjoy the show. Also,
whatever your flavor.
Click the like button, which is a thumbs up. Comment, let us know you're here. Interact with us. Let's have fun tonight. And we're gonna kick this thing off first with what we call it's called crosstalk. And let me tell you what crosstalk is before we do the video. Crosstalk. Y'all know that, I'm sure you've seen that there's another show on the network called TFG Tonight. And they've been here for a long time. A mighty long time. And we're the new crew. Now we ain't new to this. Let's be honest. Keep it.
We true to this.
As Kendrick will say, let's keep it funky. We ain't new to this.
Mm-hmm.
As their Kendrick.
What up? What up, Kendrick?
We ain't new to this. We true to this, right? And we just so happen to combine and bring out some magic. And now with it being two shows, we created Crosstalk as a way of showing the differences in the way we think, perhaps. As you see, I'm assuming we're all millennials, I believe. I was born in 83. I think most of us are around that age. And that show, I think they're a little older than us. We'll say that. They're a little more seasoned, a little more mature, perhaps, in age. You know, I don't know if they boomers. Which one is next? Mature.
A little bit more grace.
Okay.
Sorry.
They got
a little more season. All right.
Yeah, their knees hurt a little bit longer. Take them longer.
They feel it before it rains.
That's right. See? So we love them. Now we want everybody to know we love them. We're all on the same team. Let's so everybody know we're on the same team, same mission, but we're gonna keep it. We're gonna make more fun in just seeing how they think versus how we think. All right. Kendrick said a little bit of Gen X. All right, cool. So we talked about something last week, and it was talking about families black families, for instance, kicking their kids out right at 18. And we had an opinion on it, and then they had an opinion on it, and there was a little bit of difference in opinion. And let's roll the beam footage. Let's just take a look. Let's look at the beam footage.
Mm-hmm. Anyway, so you guys, there's another show, and I count it as flattery. You know what I'm saying? You know, Milli Vanilli, they had somebody, when we watched Fresh Prince, Will had Ashley, Jazzy Jeff had Bashley, right? So I get it. We got another show on the weekends, man. It's Lam Levity, the Tonight Show, and his crew of misfits, and they're good people. They really are. But you know what I've known about them? We ain't new. But what I do see that I think is very interesting is going to allow us to have conversation now is that they're all millennials. They're all millennials.
That's true.
And so they have a perspective that we don't see eye to eye. So I want to introduce to you guys Crosstalk, which is going to open up an opportunity for us mature, nicely wine and dined, you know what I'm saying, fine on the side, to be able to talk to these very millennials. So
that was him explaining. Notice Basically,
said
called a
misfits.
behind the ears. Basically, you know what I'm saying?
Who's Bashley? Like DJ Jazzy just never had no Bashley, and I've watched every episode of Fresh Prince of Bel-Air.
He did. He's a mature man, so during that mature age, his
okay,
you tend to get a little bit, how you say, senile.
Now, see, look, I want to say something, but my mom always told me, respect your senior citizens and help them across the street.
Mature.
We're gonna keep respectful to them. You know, we want to respect our elders. All right. Let's play the next video.
They're mature.
I thought about this segment that they talked about, and I just want to see what they say, and then we can talk about it. Okay, so let me set the stage again. So they're having a conversation about Black people kicking their kids out the house, right, at the age of 18. And they said nobody else did it in other cultures. You know, the Mexicans let them stay till they get married. The white folks will let them stay. They may even let them get married and live with them, whatever. But they were very angry at the fact that Black parents kicked their kids out at the age of 18. I thought about that, and I said, that's funny. I think we all got kids that's almost their age. I'm just teasing. But at the same time, I said, I think I have a different perspective on that. So, you know, as a friendly conversation between two shows on this platform, I thought we would talk about that. So, Kenny, what you think about Black people so-called? Now, I'll say this. I don't believe that that's true across the board. I think that's kind of like stereotypical, but I think we can share a different perspective on this moment. So we all got kids that's up in age. So what you think, boss?
I think every parents differently, every race, ethnicity parent differently. Every situation is different.
The problem with our kids, and I'm not saying just our kids, but we're talking about our kids, is they want to be grown early.
Yeah. And
what they don't like is they don't like when we tell them things.
That's true.
So a lot of times where y'all say they kicked them out, no, they kicked themselves out.
Then no, you right. You kick your own self out on that.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I think kids, especially in my situation, it's the audacity that some of them have when they hit a certain age. I've actually encouraged all my children to stay home for a while. Like, even if you don't want to go to school, because school's not for everybody, you can work. But guess what? You're not going to get no whole paycheck and blow it on shoes, clothes, whatever, and you ain't doing nothing with it. Like, we stacking up, we saving money. You ain't got no bills.
Number one, I don't think that's accurate, and you stated accurately, Brother Britton, that it's generational. It's amazing how that they see it that way because it's inaccurate, and I'm not talking about what I think, I'm talking about it's inaccurate, point blank. The reality is that Black people in general don't just kick their kids out, but it is a generational thing. And when they cite examples of white and other races, you're acting as if we're holding up an orange and an orange. We're talking about apples and bananas, two different things. What white people do it is when they prepare their children in a better way. That's right. In white households, it's unfortunate that I have to say this, but let's talk about the ugly truth here. White children grow up with the expectation to go to college.
Oh my gosh.
Man, hold on.
Let me hit it first.
Hold
Let me get it.
Hold on.
I'm the first.
Ladies first. Then Wade did one.
Who gets it first?
You can go. You got it.
I got it first. Okay. Yeah. So there was a couple of things that I don't know if I have said this before, but it's not necessarily that we were getting upset that Black people don't allow their kids to stay home longer. It's the fact that we raise our kids, to survive. And that was the main point. We're teaching our kids to be independent. We're teaching our kids to be sovereign individuals. And so therefore, it's not the audacity of having a mouthpiece. It's that you raise them that way. So therefore, when they become a certain age and they've gained all this independency and they're like, well, I don't need you because I could do this on my own. Then yeah, in one way, it does push them out of the house, but we're not stopping them either. So it's like we have this expectation. We give these kids the expectation of growing up, being individuals, and then taking care of themselves. Well, by 18, we're like, okay, you should be able to take care of yourself. And that shouldn't be the case. It should be with the expectation, like Lee was saying, of going to college, of bettering yourself, setting yourself up for success. And then, they also raise their kids to take on family businesses, family legacies. And that is something that we don't do, because why? A lot of our people in our culture do not have their own businesses. They do not have their own things to pass down to someone else, the younger generation. So how can you? Now we have to force them out to go do it themselves.
Right.
And that's not right.
And I just want to say, in response to Mr. Haynes, he said, let's hear it all. If you like to see it in its totality, we don't have time to play the whole thing on it. We just put clips. By all means, go check out. We'll send some people over there to y'all. Go check it out after this show. By all means, go see it in its totality and comment as well and let them know what you think and how wrong you think they are. No, I'm just kidding. I'm joking. All right, Mr. Wade.
Yes, sir. Can you hear me clearly?
Yes, sir.
Yes.
All right, cool. So, Brenton and team's generation is the reason why we have PTSD to this day. The reason why we work so hard and do not value vacations. They were kicked out of the house at the age of 13. They had to walk down to school. They had to take care of their brothers and sisters, all 8, 9, 10, 11, 13 of them from the longest, right? Especially if you were the oldest or the middle child. Right?
Mm-hmm.
They also, let me address some of the things that they said. They said that, we're grown early. Incorrect. Inaccurate, as Lee said, right? We don't like to be told things. No, we like to be told things, but we like to be told things respectfully, right? Not in this demanding,
dictatorship.
Dictatorship.
Yeah.
This is my house. You will do what I say, or you can leave. So, of course, what happens when we're 18? I'm not going to listen.
We leave.
I'm going to listen to emotional
I'm a
abuse.
17-year-old that left the house.
And
17, I was gone.
So then the way that they said, right? So he also mentioned inaccurate, right? He was talking about, the whole paycheck, how we get the whole paycheck. Well, and also to the fact that we are not, and I'm not picking on Lee, that white people teach their people a better way, right? But we're not taught money management. Because we mirror exactly what we see from you. So we see struggling, we think that's what we're supposed to do. Go to work, paying bills. We don't understand saving up money because we don't see you saving up money. Exactly. Yep. We don't see, quote unquote, how the household is supposed to be raised as the man, right? And the mother husband type of relationship, but the mother father relationship. Also, he said in better ways, right? They're thought to go to college. That's incorrect there, Lee, right? So, because I was taught to go to college, my current household here, we encourage education, right? My whole family, and I'm not just talking about my mother and my father, we're talking the whole other side. College was number one for us, right? Education, them letters after your name, because we understood that pen was way mightier than the sword. Shout out to my mother for that line, right? Financial management. We're not taught financial management. We're not taught how to take that money and make it work for you. We're not taught stocks, bonds, etc. Because we see your generation didn't know about stocks, bonds, etc. Right? Another working and passing down of houses, right? And all the other assets of the world. If y'all didn't do it, how we expect to do it? So therefore, I sum all that up and say that is not inaccurate. That's actually correct, right? So thank you very much, sir.
Wayne, what you got, sir? You know.
So everything that they just said was bogus and bullshit. Because like the way said, in my generation, we didn't get to see all that, or y'all didn't get to see it, but then we saw glimpses of it of how it's supposed to be, and that's incorrect. White people do doggone build wealth for their families. But what we don't see is the shit that white people do behind closed doors. All the gambling, all the alcoholism, all the drug problems, all the infidelities, all this molestation of their own children. We don't see all that from, from the back. But however, us millennials, we know about it. We hold up, bro, you ain't about to touch me where you ain't got to be touching me at, because I'm going to beat you as if you do. You know what I'm saying? And then on top of that, their generation was putting bills in our names when we was growing up.
Yeah.
How many times did I check my
we were grown.
Hold on. To also even elaborate more on that point, credit score. We didn't know nothing about credit score until college. When you sitting there in college and you got a credit card, when you got homie coming up to you talking about, hey, sign up this Visa card, right? And blah, 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 blah. We didn't learn about that. All we were taught was go to school, be good, work hard, the money's gonna come your way. We wasn't taught how to maneuver in that system because while y'all doing them, let's see, them hard working, right? Working with your hands, and we had the opportunity to go to blue collar jobs, right? We don't know how to work the system. So maybe your generation should have stopped fighting and actually thought smarter.
We were, and then on top of that, your generation was born in 1940, 1950, in the middle of the civil rights movement. Y'all didn't have, there was nothing for y'all to even doggone have. The only thing you was worried about was we shall overcome.
You're right.
Fighting for your rights. The rights for us to be able to continue to keep you guys going. Why? Because you living off our taxes now. We don't want to pay your goddamn SI. You know what I'm saying?
This is gonna be good, man. This is gonna be so good. All right, Charles, look at that.
Yeah.
So like the only thing I'll say is like their generation, they didn't talk to kids. Like it wasn't no conversation. You gonna do what I told you to do. That's it. We not debating. I don't give a damn how you feel, what you think. Don't come here with none of that shit. Do what I asked you to do. That's it. Like, period. Like my generation, or me personally as a parent, like I borrowed something from Lamar. Like Lamar said, like he talked to his kids like hell, like like they in the company. So I was like, oh damn, I'm gonna try that. Like I'm actually get feedback. Right. So like me personally, like I talked to my daughter like, look, this is what I need you to do. And we have an open door policy. I'm like, look, I can't punish you for having a thought or a question. You never get in trouble for that. So whatever thought you got, whatever question you got, like bring it to me and we'll discuss it. So like I don't think I'm not saying your kids are equal, but at the same time, like respect should be paramount. Like you shouldn't belittle somebody for having questions, thoughts, or concerns about something. Hell, because they thoughts and concerns, could be valid. So that's my only thing.
The thing, and then you just hit on something big. Like even now to these generation double Z, X, Y, A, B, C, D, F, G, whatever they are right now, they always talk about respect. Okay, so respect is something that's earned. Growing up in their time frame, it was an automatic. Like if you look at somebody the wrong way, what was that old saying? Roll your eyes again or wall your eyes again, so not put them on the floor. Like God dang.
Hold on.
Now
but
you
also
can't say that.
To that point, Dwayne, too. Also, their generation is known to blame people for their misfaults, right? And their shortcomings. They're the ones that always talk about, oh, the white man did this or the Asian man did that, instead of just saying pick up by the bootstraps and work, right? So therefore, the reason why I'm passionate about it is because, right, look at what we had to do. It's like we had to start over. Right?
Yep.
So we have to start.
We had to start from scratch.
Right. And
we had to take everything that they were doing and say, pick a part of it and make it better.
Right.
Like, okay, that don't work. That don't work. I don't like that. Because again, I'm that type of person that was transitioning from that traditional parental system to now we got new age parenting. Right. So I'm trying to find the balance between the two and realizing, if I got to treat it like a business or a social construct. So, all right, let's have monthly meetings or weekly meetings or whatever we need to do in order to figure out how we can get this house to run smoothly. Because at the end of the day, what I'm supposed to be doing is just keeping you safe and teaching you what you want to learn. That's it. And if I can't teach it, figure out a way for you to learn it. That's it.
And then they used to say,
let me round this thing out, because we're gonna lose all our time. We keep going. We can talk about this the whole episode. This is good.
Right.
But I just want to add that generation, it was all, like y'all said, a dictatorship. It was do what I say, not as I do, but just do what I say. Even if it didn't make sense, even if it was coming from a parent that wasn't even educated, like whatever I say do is what you do. A lot of them were not able to teach us about finances and things like that because they didn't know. So it kind of handicapped us. A lot of us got sent out handicapped. Big time. We had to figure it out. We had to figure it out as we went. Most parents back then taught to work for the white man, work hard, get you some benefits, and retire at 65. Get you a watch. Go to a factory. That's a good job. That factory's a good job, boy. You better go. Stay on that job.
Go over there, boy.
And we have a totally different mindset on that now. Hell, if I'm at a job for 6 months and I got another opportunity that's better and that's better for my whole mental health and my whole quality of living, I'm jumping ship. There's no commitment to any companies like they did back then. They took great pride in making $15, $12 an hour, $8 an hour at a company for 40 years. Whereas we don't accept that whatsoever.
Right.
$8. What is that?
Also,
I need a raise after 6 months. I'm gone.
right. Somebody mentioned PTSD. A lot of us suffer from PTSD as a result from how we were taught. Because I'm a firm believer that a lot of the stuff that was done during slavery was passed down generation to generation, and a lot of our parents and grandparents still operated in that slave master mentality, where the kids were the slaves and they were the slave masters, and you do what I say or you get your ass whooped and you get put out of my house. I couldn't imagine my daughter doing anything where I could put her out of the house at 14, 15, 16 years old to fend for herself. No way in hell. Nothing.
Oh boy, I remember when I moved to my mother's house, and it was
Right,
like 10th grade, and I think I said something that I wasn't supposed to say. Next thing you know, yeah, of course you got to join the military. I was forced to the military at 17 years old.
Yep.
Me and Miss Roza, no, we had to go. We had to go. It was either that or college, and then on top of that, one of the parents wasn't paying for college, and I was with my mom, and she was not paying for me to go to Miami University. Shout out to the U. But yeah, like my mama kicked me out at 6:15, butt naked, after whooping my ass for something I didn't even do.
Yeah. So there's a big old difference. So I'm glad we were able to talk about that. I can't wait to see them tomorrow. Y'all be sure to check out TFG tonight, tomorrow night. Kendrick Henderson said, proud of you guys as I sip out of my red cup. Tune in to late night after at TFG with Lam Levity, and then get ready for TFG tonight with Brent Haynes and the morning crew with a bit of sarcasm. He's saying that with. So y'all be sure to check them out tomorrow and see what they say in response. But we're gonna be ready next Sunday. All right. Let's go on. What we got? We got Miss Roza coming up.
Yeah.
We only got 38 minutes left now. We gotta.
But I'm gonna keep it low.
It's been another weekend, but I still wanna turn up. Yeah, I still wanna turn up. All I want is to go again, but you ain't picking your phone up. Why you messing my head?
43 minutes. Sorry.
All right. So yet again, we have an incident with the no knock. Oh Lord. Just as as in the Breonna Taylor incident, Amir Locke was basically gunned down in I don't know if it's his home, but in a home where police were trying to execute a no-knock warrant. He had a legal firearm in his possession, and he was awakened out of his sleep and was shot because he reached for the gun. So I wanted to talk a little bit about that because, one, I feel like no-knock warrants I understand why, but I don't understand in this case why they are allowed to happen in kind of a lower case scenario. Like usually they would be in situations where it was like death is imminent, like a threat is imminent. And they usually do this for people that could potentially stash stuff down the toilet quick, so they're trying to do the no knock so that they can get them fast, instead of the big guys when you're supposed to be stealthy. And so in this incident, it happens again. The innocent victim of this no knock warrant, and now they suspended the no knock warrant in Minneapolis 2 days after this warrant was executed and the guy got shot. So old people are at risk of this, and innocent people. So now what do you teach your kids to do? Or what do you teach anybody to do in this instant? Lamb.
I hate to be ugly on this, but don't get in the situation. I don't know what you can do in that situation. In the event of a no-knock warrant, fall to the damn floor, put your arms out, no move.
So we should automatically try to go for a barricade, or it's train yourself in your house just in case somebody kicks down your door to go behind a couch and have your hands up.
I really don't know.
Then what?
I really don't know what to do in that situation. That's a scary situation because you first of all, you're going to be startled when somebody busts through. You're trying to figure out who the hell it is, if it's someone trying to rob you or what have you. But let's be honest, there are folks that are are paranoid and just waiting for that day that door busts down because they know they're in that selling drugs. Let's be honest. There are some.
I'm not selling drugs. I'm not selling drugs.
Right. Me neither. I gave up that narcotic. Now, there are some people that are waiting on that. They know it's imminent. They know it can happen. But for the folks that are not expecting something crazy like that, wrong house or somebody there that you didn't know, I don't know. I honestly don't know what to do in that situation whatsoever. I defer to someone else.
So, all right. So just to give some quick backstory, right? So my man was sleeping, right? So Mayor Locke was sleeping, right? So keep in mind, he was sleeping. He's a registered gun owner, no criminal record. We all sleep, right? So imagine somebody knocking down your door, right? You are discombobulated when you're in rent, right? You probably don't even hear anybody talking to you. So just imagine. So he's sleeping on his friend's couch, wrapped up in a blanket. They said that they didn't say they saw a gun, and they just pulled it, right? Where was the time?
No, they said they saw a gun in the video. They said.
But here's the thing, right? Where's that taser? Where's that taser that they were? That's on
well,
the other side of your
see,
head.
and at that point, they're allowed to use lethal force. You see, you're executing a warrant. You see a gun. You have, according to the police, you can shoot them. But there's also another instance where a guy, Marvin Guy, he was actually shot a police officer. Also, Henry McGregor. He actually pulled a gun and shot through the door. He had marijuana on him. He got charged with capital punishment, and they actually dismissed it. Marvin Guy, he actually got charged with capital murder.
But here's the
he had no marijuana. It wasn't even he wasn't on the warrant either. It was a no-knock warrant, and he went to jail.
But here's the thing, right? So they went into the no-knock warrant. They went in to go seize property. Okay, so they came in with guns blazing by hell or high water. But my question to them was, if you understand how dangerous even serving a warrant, even serving a knock and announce warrant, right? And a no-knock warrant is. So a no-knock warrant has about twice as much danger, right? Because you don't know what's on the other end of that door. Why are you not mentally prepared for everything? So when I say that, right? So why are cops not, and I appreciate for the work that they do, so back to Blue, but why is it that they do not understand or they're not properly trained on how to enter the apartment complex?
Okay, so they are. Wait a minute, they are properly trained, and I'm
they
gonna give you
are
a prime
not
example.
properly trained.
Listen, I got it firsthand. I'm gonna give you a prime example. So I train rapid assault tactics, and rapid assault tactics is Paul Vunek's system for that was used for Navy SEAL Team 6, right? And so when you're doing these, you learn all ranges of combat, including weapons defense. Now, my Sifu actually trains the police department. I had one that was they were getting ready to go through their Red Man training, and this woman was going through our training just to, kind of fill it out, get some extra training so that she could prepare for her Red Man. I shit you not. Her comment was, because we were doing some grappling, that, whenever a dude comes at me, especially if they're bigger, I'm just going to pull my weapon and shoot them. This is coming from a trainee that is supposed to be learning this. So I can see how, yes, they are trained, but you got some of those people that have that mentality that are like, well, even though I'm training not to panic and stay in the moment and learning alternative systems, I'm still gonna my thought process, I'm just gonna shoot them. That's freaking wrong.
That they're not properly trained, because training does more than just showing them.
No, she was being properly trained is the whole thing.
Let me finish, right? This is why they're not properly trained, because properly training means that your mindset is set on what you have to do, not just going through the motions, right? So what does that mean? To ride a bike, right? To properly train to ride a bike means that you have more than just sitting down, riding the wheels, right? It's understanding exactly what the laws are, what the rules are, etc. So when you actually shoot a gun, you have to understand how dangerous that machine is, right? I've shot guns before. I understand what the rules are, etc. so forth. Right. So therefore, does that mean that you're properly trained? You're properly trained when you understand the whole dynamic, not just a piece of it. They are not properly trained.
Wait a minute. Okay, so I'm gonna, if I may,
go ahead.
So first of all, I know how to clear a building, and my team from when I was a TAC P, we could clear buildings and we had a training, and we got training, and we did it every other week. Even my infantry squad that I was in when I was a scout, we did that junk every other week. We did shoot houses. But when we're deployed, it's a totally different. And when you're in the situation, it's a totally different set of adrenaline that's going to allow, that's either you're going to make a mistake or you're not going to make a mistake. And you can't say that someone is not properly trained and they don't understand the whole spectrum of it. They do, because they go through the class. It's muscle memory, yeah. But muscles react, yes. So if I'm coming to a building and something hits me on my 3, I'm turning. But if I'm turning and it could be a slight little thing where my finger is near the trigger, I pull the trigger. That's human nature. When you look at situation,
there's emotional intelligence to everything that you do.
But you're not trained is the whole thing. Now you're talking to people that are actually trained. So we train this. And we're told mentally, this is what we're going to go through. We're put in situations. We drill this over and over and over and over again. It's not like they're being thrown in there and like, what I'm saying is you will have those people, that individual people that may not be mentally ready for that. So you can't say they're not trained. You cannot say that as a whole they're not trained. They are.
They are not.
All right.
They're going through this. Okay, so let's talk about it, right? So real quick, right? So when it comes to engine assembly, I understand how to assemble a gas turbine engine. I understand
that is an individual, though.
Hold on. My team knows how to test it. So if that shit blows up, they understand exactly what the next step is, right? They have that mental capacity to do the next step. So why is it? So when firefighters go into a fire, they don't go, "Oh my God, a blaze! I don't know what to do." They know the next step because
I bet you anything that statistically there will be a firefighter that freezes. There will be that one individual that freezes that don't know.
Not the multiple that continuously kill people. That is the point, right?
But that's my point. You have these isolated incidents of individuals doing the wrong thing because they are not mentally prepared.
This happens every week.
It's all a mentality thing, man.
Yeah, it is.
So this
is like, look, that's just like me going in a cage. That's like me going in a cage, man.
Roza, did you have another boxing ring?
This is my point.
Yeah, it's the same thing. Like all your training goes out the window whenever you start dumping. It's totally different.
Don't do that job, right? Therefore, hold on. Let me say my sports analogy. Right? My sports analogy is this, right? It's just like in sports. Everybody that's played sports, they always say, don't think you should know what you're going to do next before it happens. So therefore, you should know what's going to happen. That's the mindset. If you can't do that, then you shouldn't be doing that.
It doesn't happen like that all the time in high-risk situations. That's what I'm saying.
Okay, everybody got a plan. They can hit
so
the
what I'm saying,
to
individuals, to regular civilians, they need to train just as if the police do, just as if SWAT does, just as if military personnel train. They need to have a backup plan too. That's what I'm getting as a solution. If you have somebody, because we can't really account in this situation that if you're in if you're doing anything bad or anything, you could be innocent bystander to this. You need to have a plan regardless of your situation in the event that something like this happens and how to deal with it. I don't want to hear nothing about that mess no more. Like, I don't know what to do whenever police, you got to have a backup plan to save your life.
All right. So did you have another topic?
No, that was it. That was it.
great passionate conversation. That was awesome. All right, we're gonna put Mr. Moore in the game. Me get back out of here. How do Wrong person.
Passion.
There we go.
Hey y'all, okay, look, I know y'all used to me wearing the glasses, 49ers chain and stuff like that. I'm sorry. I ain't got time for no theatrics tonight because we got to talk about some serious shit as far as sports. Okay. So look at the bullshit out the way first.
Put on the Rams.
I ain't putting on shit. We gonna talk about this sorry ass Super Bowl that nobody better not watch. We got the sorry ass Cincinnati Bengals against the cheating ass Los Angeles Rams. Great.
Yeah,
I can't wait. I can't wait to see who win that. I don't give a damn who win that. That's great. Okay, wonderful. That's next Sunday. Anyway, so okay. So let's get to the Brian Flores news. Okay, so for those of you who don't know, Brian Flores, he coached the Miami Dolphins for 2 seasons. Never had a losing record for the Miami Dolphins. That's something to brag about. He beat the New England Patriots twice in the same year and still got fired. So Brian Flores is suing the NFL, the Broncos, the Giants, and the Dolphins for their hiring practices. And what that means is when Brian Flores got fired, it was only one black head coach, and that's Mike Tomlin. That's it. So the NFL is 77%. The NFL is 77% black. Only one black head coach. It's like your labor force is 77% black, but the managers and supervisors are all white, except for one guy. And there were 8 NFL positions. 5 have been filled. Well, it'll be 6. The Dolphins and the Rams are going to hire. The Rams are going to hire another white guy named Kevin O'Connell, and then the Dolphins are going to hire the 49ers offense coordinator, another white guy. So Brian Flores and the NFL had a Rooney Rule, which means you got to interview a minority person first, or at least interview a minority person. Oh, somebody calling. Speaking of my, these niggas don't know how to act right. Anyway, but anyway, let me get to the question. Will this Lamar? I'm gonna start with you first, and Dwayne, I'll go with you. Then Wade, I'll go with you. Then Ms. Mitchell, I'll go with you after that. So, will this lawsuit change anything from a hiring thing from like NFL? Like, I guess hiring minorities is my question.
I don't think it's basically affirmative action, in my opinion. I'm of the opinion. First of all, is Flores? Is he Hispanic?
No, he's black.
With the last name Flores, interesting.
I'm black.
Of the opinion that
he black.
We need to get our own.
He one of us.
I like the fact that Robert Smith is trying to buy whatever team that is up for sale. Whichever team.
That'd be the Broncos.
I like the fact that he's trying to buy the Broncos. I don't really like the idea of trying to get white folks to go against their own nature and hire people that they don't give a damn about. Let's get our own team. Hire who you want. I don't like all the affirmative action type stuff. I'm just not a fan of it. Forcing people to do what they don't want to do. Or start your own goddamn league. There's lots of money in the black community. Lots of billionaires. A few. They could actually do something. Stop trying to play in the white man's league. That's all I got.
All right, Dwayne, what you think?
Honestly, like I don't think it'll do anything. I think they'll settle out for something, and then all of a sudden, magically, a job will pop open, and they'll hire them just to quell the fire. And I just feel like we don't understand that sports today is it's indentured servitude of a monetary type. Because they really don't give a dang about you if you break your leg and you're not good no more. I mean, look at all these NFL players that just kind of started deteriorating after so many injuries. They don't care. I mean, a lot of great college players. Let's talk about it. Vince Young, he got hurt. Done. Braxton Miller. Do you hear anything about him? Ohio State's one of the best Ohio State quarterbacks. Like, I can go on and on and on about a lot of these African-American players that did things at the college that they went to and then and then they, got drafted in the NFL, didn't have, good seasons, and all of a sudden they're just like, yeah, whatever, we'll move on to the next big thing. Just like kind of like Mandingo fighting. Yeah, you got the one that beat everybody's tail, but as soon as he get beat once, that's it. Let's go on to the next one. He old and dried out. So I don't like it. I think it's just another way to keep somebody quiet and they don't want to be exposed. When you get your panties exposed, you feel real uptight about that shit. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. You're supposed to have on drawers, but you got on a thong.
Ms. Mitchell.
Oh Lord, man. Yeah, they probably gonna turn around and settle and then hire somebody in blackface. Just to appease the people.
Damn.
Yeah. Yeah, because then that person has to agree to it. And they gotta do the dance to stay in there.
Shucking and jiving.
Yep. That's the reality of it. I mean, I like your idea, Lamar, of starting our own team, but again, resources. That means that we got to have the people with the income to actually start these teams and actually be able to pay these players and get the momentum of the America or everybody watching this. And I remember a teacher back in the day that I ended up getting suspended because I cussed him out in class, saying that it's supply and demand. Nobody wants to see black folks on TV unless they working for the white man. So, I mean,
Lord.
Yeah.
Hey, Charles.
What's up?
So the two things I don't like about that situation with Brian Flores is, number one, how he. Well, answer your question directly. No, this won't change anything. But number one, I don't think he should have included the text from Bill Belichick. Right?
Why
not? Because that was a private conversation, right? And therefore, what you're doing is you're exposing Bill more so than anything else, right? And what that's going to do, that's going to kind of not have people trust Bill to actually give that information out. So obviously, he texted Brian Flores, but he meant. Right, but he
meant to text the white guy.
Oh, I thought you were gonna say because his hand is in so many avenues, he would have burnt. If he burnt that bridge, then he basically screwed himself.
And the other thing about it was Brian Flores was always talking about when Ross, the owner of the Dolphins, paid him $100,000. Paid him to lose $100,000 to lose. Right? Why didn't he quit then if his integrity was so high? Why did he wait till he was fired and then brought that out? So I'm sorry, he didn't even wait till he was fired to bring it out. He waited till he was fired, didn't get interviews, didn't get the job that he wanted, and then he brought it up.
But this is the guy. This is the same guy that won 9 straight games.
Correct.
Is this the same? This is the same. He won 9 straight games.
He won 8. Yeah.
8. Okay, then why did he get fired if he turned that team around?
Because he's black. What are you talking about?
I don't know the mind of a
millionaire. Why he's black? All I'm saying, okay, so you talking about he should have, why not quit? Because look, if you're a black coach, you're not getting the same opportunities. If you quit in the middle of the season, we not going to hire you. Don't even show up for an interview. Josh McDaniels, the Patriots former offensive coordinator, got a job as the Oakland Raiders or whatever they want to call themselves, Las Vegas Raiders. They ain't shit anyway. He got a job for them being the coach. This motherfucker 2 years ago he was offered and accepted the position to be the Indianapolis coach. 2 days later, this motherfucker calling coaches. Hey man, I'm be the offensive coordinator. Look, I need you. I'm gonna be the head coach. I want you to be on my staff. Coach is saying yes, cool. I done call my family and say, look, man, we moved to Indianapolis. I got a job. 2 days later, this motherfucker say, look, you know what? I don't want to do it no more. I quit. I don't want to do it no more. But you already said yes, and this motherfucker 2 years later is coaching again. What black coach can do that shit?
None.
Nobody.
None that I know of. But the thing is, if you talk about your integrity and your highest integrity, right? Why is that not affected? So the question now you have to ask yourself: do you quit your job? Do you really quit your job, or is your integrity really matched up? Right? Yeah, he was on there for 10 years, right? So that's the thing that I have a problem with. Is like, was it really your integrity, or was it that you weren't getting the job that you wanted, so you brought this out?
I don't know, Mr. Back to Blue, but I'm just saying I ain't got a problem with none of it. I'm here for all of it. If you want to back to blue and shit, I ain't backing shit. I just want to go back. I'm sorry. I know we talking about sports, but I ain't backing none of them motherfuckers. Fuck y'all. So, and I'm glad he quit. No, that's it. Fuck, not back to blue. I ain't backing shit. When they stop shooting us, I'll back their ass. I ain't backing a motherfucking thing. Don't call me for no goddamn loans. I ain't giving you shit. I'm sorry. I'm done. I got my blood pressure.
I see.
The only cop I'm backing is he retired now. Both of them, both my uncles.
And that's cool. We can vouch for them, but the rest of them, hell no.
Rest of them. All right. So what we'll do here quickly is we'll just go right to the game that I just had. Right. So basically, we're just Charles, you good?
Yeah, I'm good. I had to say a quick prayer. Go ahead.
Cool. Right. I like that, man. I like that. So we're gonna do this quick game, right? So what we're gonna do is like a versus style, right? I'm about to show y'all. Thank you very much. I'm about to give y'all 4 matchups, and I want you all based off of character development, storyline, acting, cast, chemistry. I want you to tell me which show was better. All right, y'all got it? All right, cool.
Yeah,
So
let's go.
So first off, the Wayans brothers versus the Jamie Foxx show.
Jamie Foxx show.
Jamie Foxx show.
Oh,
Yeah, I like me some fancy.
So that was 4 Jamie Foxxes.
Hopefully old fancy. Hopefully old fancy, not new fancy.
Yeah, old fancy.
Yeah. Old fancy, not new fancy.
All right, we have. I'll say that one for the last one. We have the famous Jet Jackson versus the smart guy.
Who the fuck is Jet Jackson?
What?
Y'all didn't watch
the hazel-eyed dude
killed
that had
himself.
the technology.
Yeah, RP to him.
Yeah, he killed himself.
I gotta say smart guy. He's the only one I know. I ain't never heard of Jet Jackson.
I ain't never watched either one of them. I said the smart guy, I guess.
Smart guy,
They both were horrible.
Oh, that's a Keisha and Tamara Mowry's little brother.
Yeah. That shit was horrible.
What'd you say, Dwayne?
Yeah,
What's yours?
terrible. I said that was Tia and Tamara Mowry's little brother, and I was singing the song. That show was terrible though.
But what's your vote?
I mean, I had to go with Smart Guy because I grew up. I kind of watched it, but it was still terrible.
All right, cool.
It was horrible.
Wow. All right.
I related to him. I was a little genius.
Moesha versus the Parkers.
You're a Cowboy fan. You ain't that smart.
You know what? Only
Moesha
neither
versus
one.
the Parkers.
A draw. Yeah.
Moesha, man. Brandy?
I like the Parkers.
Brandy killed somebody, Lamar. Don't do that. She killed somebody.
Oh my God.
Oh man, that's messed up.
I didn't kill him. She did. Her foot was on the gas. Not mine.
Professor Ogilvy.
That is messed
Yeah, that shit was horrible.
One for Moesha, one for the Parkers. What you got, Dwayne? What you got, Charles?
And neither one.
Man, please. I'm watching PBS Kids. I ain't watching that.
I ain't watching neither one of them. I thought that was terrible.
I'll say the Parkers just so we can have a winner. I'll say the Parkers just so we can have a winner.
I'm sticking to my gun. Neither one.
They both would.
All right. You got Living Single versus Girlfriends.
Living Single.
I'm gonna say living single. Lamar, now you gonna say girlfriends? I'm going. What?
Girlfriends.
I'm gonna say living single.
Mara Brock kill. Salima kill.
Oh yeah, definitely.
I mean,
right, so
yeah, Tracy Ella Ross was fine, but hey, still got to go with Living Single.
Yeah, hell, Max was fine. I know that.
Yeah.
Max was fine, boy. I ain't gonna lie.
But the real estate agent, what her name was? She was sexy. I had a crush on her.
So you talking about Regina?
With the lips on Girlfriend.
Yeah.
God.
Man. I forgot her name. Tony Childs. Yes, Lord.
Tony Childs. Yeah, Tony Childs.
Go to Brooks.
So we're not gonna sexualize them, right? Because that's what they hate.
Drink up bad water. What?
Right. Wow, Jesus. Yeah. So now we're gonna do a quick bonus before we do the recap. Bonus is gonna be individuals, right? I only got 2 individuals for y'all. I just want y'all to tell me which one was the better villain. All right. Which one was the better villain? Like you are afraid of, wouldn't mess with if you saw on the street. All right. So there's 2 of them, and then we're gonna break it down quickly. So you got Bishop from Juice versus O-Dog from Menace to Society.
Bishop.
I'm gonna say O-Dog because he's stupid. He reckless.
All right, what you got, Dwayne?
I'm gonna have to say Bishop because he calculated when he gonna get you.
Bishop did.
And what you got, Charles?
I'm gonna say the police department. That's not a choice. That's not a choice.
All right.
That's my choice.
And the last one before we go is, and if I do the recap, you have Alonzo from Training Day or Nino Brown from New Jack City.
Nino Brown.
Nino Brown. I got to go with Nino, bro.
Nino Brown.
How much did Lonzo? I mean, how much did Nino do on his own compared to how much Lonzo did on his own?
That's the point. That's the thing. You don't know. Like you don't see him coming.
All right. So
Lonzo, you see coming.
Yeah.
So here we go. Here's a quick recap. You got 4 for so Jamie Foxx won that battle. Smart Guy won theirs. They both did a clean sweep. The Parkers went over Moesha. Living Single went over Girlfriends. Bishop went over O-Dog. Nino Brown went over Alonzo. Hey, for those that are watching, if you don't think the panelists know what they're talking about, give your opinion. Drop it off. Drop it off in the comments. So we're going to do this again.
I'm going to go watch Training Day again.
We're gonna do this again. We're gonna do this again next time.
Training Day, my
I want y'all to
favorite
give me ideas.
Yeah.
Go.
New Jack City is classic. New Jack City is
is a
classic.
classic.
Classic,
Yeah.
brother. Classic. Training Day is only good
That's
for
an generational
Denzel.
movie.
Yes,
Yeah.
I am.
Take Denzel out of Training Day. It's just another cop movie by bad cops. So yeah.
Yeah.
You don't back the blue on that one? You don't back the blue on
Hey,
that?
man,
I ain't backing shit.
I ain't put that blunt to your head and make you smoke it.
Right.
The Kang is here.
No.
Huh? Good evening, everybody. The king is here. I'm gonna get right into it, man. I can't even say anything. Hey, man, shout out to Black History Month. Shout out to all my HBCUs out there, Winston State, St. Augustine, Falcon and Ram Pride, baby. That's how we do things. But since Black History Month started, we had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14 bomb threats on HBCU installations. Why? Why? Why is it out of all these years, Black History Month, HBCUs have been around since the 1800s, probably before some of these PWIs, and some of them were. Why in the world you want to blow up our shit now? What's up with that? Can I get a question from the panel? Can I get some answers from the panel? What do you think? Why do you think this actually became a thing? Roza.
Go ahead, Rosa. I'm sorry.
No.
I'm trying to figure out. I mean, were they legitimate threats? Did they figure out who it was? Was it whites? Was it the whites that
they didn't? So they haven't really figured out who it was.
The whites.
The whites. That's what you got going.
Yeah, them pale skins.
The FBI. So the FBI said that there's been over 20. They got 20 people out in the field, officers that have been researching this. Although no explosive devices were found at any of the locations, they take it serious. But
I think it's just a fear tactic. I think there's still racist white folks out there, racist Hispanic folks out there, still racist people out there that want to strike fear because they don't necessarily agree with the whole Black history thing and giving honor to our heritage, I guess, whatever you want to call it. So they're just trying to strike fear. I don't think they're going to do anything. I think they just want to create some chaos.
But does it make you worry that they might, that somebody might just up and want to do it?
Let me ask a question. For HBCUs, is there a bomb unit? Like, is there a bunch of students that are learning to disarm bombs?
Nope.
Not at all. Not at all.
Not at all.
Maybe there should be, and that's the solution.
Wow. So would PWIs have that same thing too, or?
Yeah.
We should be able. I mean, I don't understand this concept of having these questions, just like in my segment, having these questions and not having the solution.
So
you get what I'm saying? No,
I get exactly what you're saying. Right. So the solution is the students to actually go ahead and
you wouldn't be afraid of you could. It's with anything. The police have segments. Yeah, police have segments in there. Say it again.
Be proactive, but not reactive.
Yeah. Be proactive, not reactive.
Exactly. There you go.
So
be proactive, not reactive.
So how would I be proactive if I called your house and gave you a bomb threat? How would you be proactive there?
We have an evacuation route.
And that's what they got to do.
Right to your house. Right to your house. Come right to your house.
Look, my house ain't that big, first of all.
I'm just saying, anybody
I get a bomb threat. I can just leave the damn house. It's really simple.
I'm coming to visit the person who made the threat.
So and then we're gonna move on to our next one after this one. So we we feel that the bomb threats are just like, hey, you should have a plan. Don't stop worrying and having your panties all in a bunch. Got it. All right, so we're gonna move on to pay the price. So y'all know that this Ukraine Russia thing is really, really getting amped up. What price do you think the United States will have to pay economically and also with our military if we have to invade or go over there and defend Russia and defend Ukraine?
First of all, we shouldn't be defending Ukraine because they're not a part of NATO.
Amen.
It's none of our damn business. That is Putin's ex-girlfriend that he trying to get back that don't want nothing to do with him. Leave them motherfuckers alone.
Amen.
Let them do that shit. Same thing
I
with
think
Taiwan and China. Or what is it? Taiwan and China?
people make
Is
too
Taiwan a part of us? Okay, leave them motherfuckers alone.
Right.
I just got to follow up. Like, where were we at when like all the Rwandans were killing each other and stuff like that? So look, we didn't get involved in. Let's not get involved now.
Right.
So I don't give a damn. So yeah,
I agree with everything y'all saying. We get involved with stuff. I don't know if the goal is to try to get some type of brownie points with the rest of the world or something. I don't understand why we would get involved. Or perhaps it's a way to strike at Russia. Maybe Russia has something that we want, like the other country has something that Bush wanted. Maybe that's it. I don't know. But I don't think we should be getting into fights with Russia. I just don't think it's smart. What it's going to cost us economically is going to cost us billions of dollars that they act like they don't have to get reparations or anything else that we need over here. Because their country's going to get tore up and we're going to pay for it for some stupid ass reason. For some crazy reason, we're going to send money over there to help them rebuild their country for some, like we they big brother, like we have to do it. And so I think it's stupid.
Yep, let them be dictators and do all they shit on their own. Like, now, what I do have a problem with is Africa and China, but I mean, whatever, y'all know. Y'all know.
Misdirection. It's all misdirection.
Lewin, your thought?
I agree with everybody else says, man. I don't know why. I know why we're doing it, but we just need to sit down and just mind our business sometimes.
Yeah.
That's just the summation of everything.
Okay.
Hey, we ain't found another glove yet. Still having other people.
How are we affected if that country, if they go to war and Russia whip their ass, which they'll do? How does that affect us? I don't know how it affects us directly. I'm not sure.
It doesn't.
Ukraine,
It's fuel. Maybe fuel. Fuel wise.
So the reason it affects the reason. Oh shoot! Dang, she took me.
I was like,
hey,
man.
I think Ukraine watching this.
Right.
Watching this.
Let me stop. All right, let's go on to the next subject.
Oh snap!
Oh wow!
Yeah.
Wow.
What's in your sock? So I read this. Let me get what's in your sock because it's better to live, to receive. It's better to give to receive. Believe what I tell you. Don't make me put you somewhere where nobody can smell you. Rest in peace, DMX. But yeah, so there's this thing about your favorite person there, Lam, Donald Dumbass, as we like to call him. Do you know this man has a book out? Like, he has been soliciting and raising money on a campaign by writing a book and sending out either unautographed copies or autographed copies would cost about $30 more. And then let's talk about his wife. His wife is out there doing videos of her eyebrows getting plucked,
getting bucketed naked,
getting bucketed naked. But it's more about her eyebrows. But yeah, so my thoughts. I mean, what are you guys' thoughts on this? Why does this man continues to be a thorn in our sides as a society?
Because white America loves him.
White America loves him. He's gonna be president again, guys. He's gonna be
president. I don't care too much care for him as a person, and I don't care for any politician. But for business, he did some pretty good things. So that's all I'm gonna say in regards to that.
And that's why they want it, because people now see that their businesses are taking a little bit of a hit.
Yep.
Right. And now they see, oh, when my man was in office, I was actually getting some money.
Yep.
You know, now you got Byron Bing Bong out there just not even making like the right decisions. Shout out Joe Biden. All right. He's just
Byron.
I hated what you did.
Sound
there.
Like
it's from a Dear family reunion. Tia, what's the old girl's name? Amon Shepard's wife. She played the hell out of that role. She's a singer. She's on Good Music. I forgot her name for a minute.
Tiana Taylor.
Tiana Taylor. There we go.
She played that role, man. Oh God, I hated it. But yeah. I love my train of thought.
All right.
Oh Lord. All right. Next, what we got next, madam? Or get your boots on. So this is just kind of informative. We have already started making moves to beef up defenses in Ukraine, in that region. Not knowing if you guys know, soldiers have already been placed on high alert, and soldiers have actually already deployed. I just put this out more so, please, if I don't know if you support the military, all the constituents out there, but please support, our brothers and sisters that have already went to the frozen plains of Poland, because it's cold as hell over there, and that are out there sitting out there for waiting and watching to either pay the ultimate price and lay down their lives, or just be over there in the cold, and then Russia just go back across the grass or whatever it was at. Just more of a please pray for our brothers and sisters, and shout out to all my veterans, Miss Roza. Shout out to you. Thank you for what you did, and then I'm still trying to gun on you guys. So, but yeah, just pray for our people.
Real quick, I want to add that we did just kill the head of ISIS last week as well.
Yeah, the other head of ISIS. Okay.
Yeah, the other head.
A couple of women and kids got killed, about 6 of them as well.
You can't make an omelet without breaking some eggs.
Oh my God!
Shut up!
That's what they're gonna say.
Mike.
Oh wow!
All right.
All right,
my last one's here. And this is on
no, you gonna have to wait till next. Look, we had an hour. You gonna have to say that one to next
Not
time.
An hour. We had an hour.
I mean, we had an hour. We had an hour. Come on.
Somebody hungry.
Look, I'm trying to nibble on it. Look, I gotta eat, man. I'm trying to get some muscle gains.
All right, I'll hold that to the next.
Look at this. Look at that. Look at that.
I don't see that. It looks like a pill.
I need to tell you. Unless you talking numbers, we ain't speaking about the right things. Switch up on my nigga for a figure, that's not like me. Baddie with a body in the lobby, she like nice things. She used to.
I need to give me a black gal on now. All right.
Sure do.
You went with what you like. You went with what you like.
So I'm gonna go quick. I'm just gonna talk about one of mine so we can get out of here. I'm about to pay the producer overtime. All right.
You sure we gonna talk about that one? You sure you want to? You saw what happened? The when he walked.
Let's go to the next.
Let's go. Let's go.
Let's go to the next one.
No, I like that one.
No. We ain't trying to mess up the money. We don't mess up the money.
I like that one. She was right.
I'm gonna
she
say
was right, and she shouldn't apologize.
For next week. I'm just gonna say Keke Sheard real quick. She made a statement. I'm just gonna ask everybody what their thoughts are on it, and everybody keep it to 30 seconds, and we'll be done. We'll be out of here. So basically, she went on to page 6, did an interview. If y'all don't know who Keke Sheard is, her mom is Karen Clark Sheard. She's one of the Clark sisters. Y'all know that, right? Okay. So she did an interview. She just got married to a dude, and she basically said that her friends can't come and spend out of her house. She would get them a hotel room before they'll be around her man, because she shares other stuff, but she's not sharing her man. What are y'all thoughts on that? We'll start with the lady in the room. Is that an insecurity? Is that smart? Is that being like, what are your thoughts around not trusting your girlfriends around your man or woman?
Man, you know your girlfriends. You know your girlfriend just like you know your dude friends. And if you know your girlfriends ain't shit, don't bring them motherfuckers around your man. Period. I don't think it's necessarily an insecurity, because it's kind of like sometimes you got them friends that you just can't shake, like that grew up with you or were in the hood at one point with you, and they still got some ratchet ways that you be like, okay, I love you, girl, but yeah. you ain't finna be around my dude because I know you. Yeah.
So what you think?
Look, man, okay, so I mean, like, you gotta know your friends, but you gotta know your man too. Like, know who you marrying. Like, if I can't. So, okay, we all know, like, Lamar's my best friend. So if I can't trust nobody around, like, Lamar or Lamar to be around that person, then we shouldn't be together. I just don't get, like, I don't get that. Like, I think that's insecurity. So, like, if I can't trust you to be around my man or my man to be around you, hell, then one of y'all finna go. So, I don't know. So, So yeah.
Let's go right
Yeah,
over.
but it's sometimes it's a situation
And plus
too.
she ugly and fat. Hell. I cheat on her ass too. Lord
Look,
Jesus.
we can't keep it to 30 seconds. Go.
Sorry, go ahead. I'm sorry.
30 seconds, Dwayne. 30 seconds.
Stop being so insecure, you know. And I ain't wanting to talk about folks. I'm gonna talk about it. Like, you ain't the prettiest and the sharpest tack in the drawer. So
Oh Lord, we ain't face shaming people.
You know, that's probably why she said that. But at the same time, like Charles said, you know, you gotta know your man. If your man was a hoe before y'all got married, he gonna be a hoe after you got married. If your girl was bust down Tatiana before you got married, she gonna be busting down Tatiana after you get married. There ain't no doggone way around it. Unless you land something on her that makes her stay there, you just better be prepared. Somebody about to
wait 30 seconds. What you got?
All right, so copy paste Charles's answer, erase his name, put my name on there. Great answer. And I'm just gonna take the rest of my time and just say happy birthday, Bob Marley.
All right. I'm just gonna say, I think that if I gotta worry about my friend around my woman, and my woman around my friend, they don't need to be my woman, they don't need to be my friend, especially at the house where we live. Now I do acknowledge that there are situations where like I wouldn't be okay with leaving them there and alone. I think that's inappropriate.
Yeah.
Now, I ain't worried to the point to where they can't be at my house and spend the night. I'm there. Now, them going out to something, no, they don't need to be together. It's just inappropriate to be alone. There's no reason for it.
Look, I call it being proactive.
I wish a motherfucker would. That's what I call it. So yeah, that's crazy.
Look, because I know I'm a pretty bitch. I don't trust no heifer, and I don't trust my dude either.
Wow.
So.
Talk your talk.
I can't wait to see.
It's been a pretty bitch episode.
Yeah,
right. I'm pretty.
See y'all next week.
She a pretty motherfucker. Yeah.